Hey everyone, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, is here, and it is day 25 of Oscar Rewind, the 2024 edition. My bi weekly series of videos where I revisit films that reflect the work of this past year's Oscar winners and nominees. My hope is that you will discover a new, older favorite, or maybe revisit something you haven't seen in a while, or maybe in today's case, check out something. As always, I'll be discussing the film's award season history, box office information, critical ratings, my critique, the reviews, and of course, summaries will be spoiler free. Now, a little bit of an announcement before I jump in. Some news that you may have seen if you're following me on other social media platforms. Cinephile Mike is now a media partner for JMGC. So, what does that mean? Well, lots more movie reviews coming your way. You can discover all sorts of new indie gems. The only way that you're going to get those is to head over to my website, cinephilemike.com, and check out Indie Corner. Link is in the bio. The first one is already live, so if you're someone who likes to support independent film, you will find a whole new series of films reviews there to catch up with. All right, today's film, Lionsgate's possible franchise that would not go beyond the first film, Mortdecai. Written by Eric Aronson, based on the first of Kirill Bonfiglioli's Charlie Mortdecai book series, this one being Don't Point That Thing at Me, and directed by David Koepp, the film was released in January, also known as the Dead Zone for movies, in 2015. Now, for the box office, according to Box Office Mojo, this film did not recoup its reported $60 million budget, only making $7,696,134 domestically and $39,579,561 internationally. And we're going to add a $22 box office take from a 2020 Australian release. So the film currently sits with a grand total of $47,275,717. Now, often it might be possible that a poor box office performer does really well critically. Not the case here. As per Rotten Tomatoes, the film sits with a 12% critical rating from 111 reviews and a 31% audience score from over 25,000 reviews. So, as I said, had Lionsgate had any hopes of launching a new franchise and adapting the other books, this would not come to be. So, why is such a critically failed and box office bomb on Rewind this season? Well, no film is safe from me. Were you connected to an Oscar winner or nominee from this year? I might just find you. We know. I do my homework. One of the actual good reasons of this film, actually, is the reason that this film made it into the cut. And I will get into it a little bit later, but specifically, it's the music, the score. A man by the name of Mark Ronson, yes, the son in law to the GOAT, Meryl Streep, just a fun fact to throw in, has nothing to do with the movie, who's made a name for himself in the music scene, has also dipped his toes into scoring movies and writing original songs for films. He went on to win the Oscar a few years ago for Best Song that he shared with Lady Gaga and their team for the song Shallow from A Star is Born. And this year he was nominated for Best Song for Barbie with I'm Just Ken, which I think we can all safely say, for those who watch the Oscars, was one of the most entertaining showstoppers we've seen on the broadcast in years. But Mordecai, along with co writer Jeff Zanelli on the score, is his first film composing credit. Now, as for Mordecai's award season journey, the trailer had some nominations. At the Golden Trailer Awards, it was nominated for Best Voiceover, Best Graphics in a TV Spot, and Best Voiceover TV Spot, but also Trashiest Trailer. And I know this is the first time I've really referenced the Golden Trailer Awards, but that's where this film fell. And I'm sure some of us can guess where else did it fall? The Razzies. The film was nominated for 3 Razzie Awards: Worst Actor for Johnny Depp, Worst Actress for Gwyneth Paltrow, and Worst Screen Combo for Johnny Depp. I can't believe I'm going to say this. His glued on mustache. Which, to be fair, that mustache is almost a supporting character in and of itself in this film. So, what's it about? Johnny Depp plays Charlie Mortdecai, a British lord and an art dealer of sorts, but with a dishonesty side to him, which with those connections to the underbelly of the art world, sometimes serves MI5's interest. Now, on the verge of insolvency, Mordecai is about to lose everything save his beloved mustache, which every man in his family has had. And on one side, he has his beautiful wife, Joanna, played by Paltrow, who may leave him if he keeps that stash. And on the other side, he has his devoted manservant, Jock, or Jockey, played by a tough guy and attempt by Paul Bettany. The man who will do anything for Mordecai, provided it doesn't get in the way of his need for constant fornication and desire. Before he loses everything, he has an opportunity to save himself. Enter Alistair Martland, played by Ewan McGregor, an MI5 agent who needs Mordecai's assistance because a long lost Goya painting was stolen from an art restorer who was killed in the process. Now, if Mordecai can assist in the recovery, he will collect a percentage which will provide him the funds he needs to pay his back taxes and solve all his problems. So, off Mordecai goes with his trusted Jock, and his journeys will take him all the way over the pond to Los Angeles and back, leaving his wife alone in Britain, much to Martland's delight, as he, if this plot isn't complicated enough, has been in love with Johanna since the three of them were in college together. Now, on this journey, Mordecai and Jock will have to deal with a variety of individuals who would prefer they not get in the way or get that painting, including one Emil Strago, played by another Johnny, Johnny Pozvolsky, and other art dealers and criminals, all from the underground. And all will come to a head where else but at an art auction. So let's take out the current events of it. Depp is a unique performer and has given us some very adored characters. And while he was trying to be endearing here, it's not so much the case. His forced, over the top British accent and adolescent mugging for the camera is too much to carry in a 100-minute film. And in the same over the top bad accented performance, Paltrow was right there with him, trying to carry the role but missing the mark, making them both feel they are lost in this upper crust British world that they're supposed to be in. Now, the other supporting players almost seem to underplay, like, this movie's not going the way we think, so maybe if we just do a little less, people will forget that we're here. Even a couple of scenes with usual delight Jeff Goldblum playing American art and car aficionado Milton Cranf can't save this film. And his best line references that Mordecai may have time to bed his nymphomaniac daughter, Georgina, played by an criminally wasted Olivia Munn, because she's already done all the house staff. The humor just fails, and the physical comedy and the action scenes seem forced, and it doesn't make for much enjoyment. And here's the thing. I don't think the film is sure if it's supposed to be a farce or a spoof along the lines of films like Charles K. Feldman's James Bond spoof Casino Royale, which, did that well, or an action comedy, something along the lines where they want to have these action scenes like a Guy Ritchie film, but with a little bit of humor underplayed. As I said, the film's one saving grace, I mean, I will say it was the music. Underscoring all of the unfunny chaos is, a series of up-tempo tunes by the team of Ronson and Zanelli. They do what they can to move the movie along, but there's only so much that music can do. You almost wonder if the film leans more into the spoof side, could this have been a better film? Unfortunately, Koepp's direction isn't aiding it either because he seems that he was giving two different sets of directions. There's the film that Depp and Paltrow are mugging for, and then there's what everybody else is doing on the other side. Maybe Bettany, being in an equal role, if he had kind of leaned in a little more to it, could have worked a little better. So I think it's no surprise, and you've seen in the title, Mordecai for me is a 1-star film. I'll be honest, I am glad I saw it. I am a fan of many of the people in the cast, and even mediocre work sometimes can have moments, and that was what I was hoping for. But alas, it was not so meant to be. But maybe you don't agree with me. Feel free to let me know. If you are curious enough to seek out Mordecai, as of this recording, I can report that the film is streaming on Prime Video. So there you have it. I hope everyone is enjoying Oscar Rewind. If you like what you heard here, please subscribe to the channel and spread the word. You can follow me on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Check out those reviews on cinephilemike.com. Happy watching, everyone, and until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.